Hey folks, welcome back to the kitchen here at Mark Kelly Farm. We're going to do another recipe here in the kitchen today because we have overabundance of eggs. So we're going to use some of them and preserve them. Stick around. So as you might guess, with having 20 chickens out in the chicken coop, we get almost 20 eggs a day. So we give them away to friends and family, and then we preserve them when we can. We do recipes with them, make deviled eggs and egg salad and all that good stuff. It's nice to have plenty of eggs. So Kelly boiled me a bunch of eggs, and she came up with a really good pickled egg recipe that I want to share with you guys. So I've got a half-gallon jar here. It's a big 2-quart jar, and I'm going to fill this thing full of eggs, and then we'll tell you what else goes in there. We were able to fit 25 eggs in our half-gallon jar, and that will change depending on the size of your eggs that you're getting. We're still getting a little bit smaller eggs because the chickens are still real young. So the next thing we're going to put in this jar is some spices. We got a 1/4 cup of pickling spice that we'll put in the jar. And then we're going to put a teaspoon of salt. This is a 1/2 teaspoon measure, so we're going to do 2 of those. And we use kosher salt, our favorite salt to use. And then we're going to do 1/3 cup of sugar, which is going to take 2 hands, so we'll be right back. So we'll get in here, we'll get 1/3 cup of sugar. If you've been measuring long enough, you know what 1/3 cup looks like inside of a 1-cup measure. So we'll pour that in there. We don't need to dissolve it or anything like that because that's going to do it all on its own in that liquid as it sits. And then we're going to do 3 tablespoons of prepared horseradish, and that's about what I have in that jar. So I'm going to empty that whole jar into here. All right, we got our horseradish in the jar, and then all you do is fill your jar halfway up with white vinegar, and then finish it off with just regular water. Make sure if you're using tap water, that it's good tap water. If not, use bottled water or something like that. And then just shake it around a little bit, get everything distributed down in the jar. And then you throw that in the fridge and let her sit. After about a week or 2, those are going to be fantastic horseradish pickled eggs. Now, hard-boiled eggs are a perfect vehicle to carry flavors. You can use any flavor profile you like any recipe I'll tell you. Make this thing your own. If you have favorite flavors, put them in a jar. It's like a blank canvas you can do with these boiled eggs like this. Some people will use like beet juice in them to even color them. Or if you like garlic, if you like dill, you can do whatever you want with the flavor in this thing. Just kind of go half and half with your vinegar and water, and keep the sugar and salt ratio around the same, and then do whatever you want to do with the rest of the spices. You can put jalapenos in there. You can do anything you want. The sky is the limit, like I always like to say. Now these things, once they're done, are really good for your lunch. You can throw a couple in your lunch box. It's a real good snack. I eat them for breakfast sometimes. I'll pull a couple out and eat them for breakfast. I take them in my lunch box. Fantastic protein snack to take with you. Very convenient. And it uses up your eggs, which is a plus for us. So, hope you try this recipe. I think you're going to like it. It's a real good thing to do with your abundance of eggs if you have them. And then we'll come back with you with some other egg recipes here pretty soon. There's a refrigerator pie recipe I want to show you using a bunch of eggs. So, stay tuned for that. So, till then, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Come back and see us here at Mark Kelly Farm.